Alright, let's get started. Hello everyone, happy Halloween and welcome to another week of Baro offerings. So today we're going to be looking at quite a few number of things. First off, there are two new let's just start off with the cosmetics. The first two cosmetics, these are the new Luxem ornaments, and really you get them if you want them. The last couple of Barrow visits have given us a lot of things to decorate our orbiter with, so if that's what you're looking for, you go ahead and get them. This one actually kind of, this one looks interesting. Cap cost 5, okay. And also, because it's Halloween, there's going to be a bunch of stuff being offered in the Halloween theme. Dark Sword. I believe that you can also buy these from the market for plat, but if you don't want to spend plat, you'd rather spend ducats, feel free. The the cat one, yeah, it's the saddle. A couple others. I don't like that one. Huh. All right. And of course, Sans Vinaris is available every week. 3-day credit booster. I believe I did an analysis the last time. It winds up being about equal. If you buy 10 of these, it winds up being about equal to actually just buying the month straight up with plat. Actually, I believe it comes out being slightly worse. So, if you really hate spending platinum, this is a way to do it. But I'd probably just rather try to find a way to sell the prime junk. Use the ducats for something else. Buy the prime mods and then resell those, and then you'll get more plat if you just wait a bit. But if you need the plat, or if you don't want to spend the plat and you want the credit booster now, you might as well get it. But moving on to the mods. So these have been this is a bit of an aberration. Most of these mods have come up more recently than simply like 3 or 4 months. In fact, the last time that Prime Cryo Rounds and Prime Heated Charge showed up, they came at the tail end of what was it, August? And what is it now? It's almost November. So yeah, it's only been 2 months. These are pretty hard to sell. While they do gain a lot of value, Prime Cryo Rods and Prime Heated Charge, they don't sell very quickly. And Prime Fever Strike usually comes along with I want to say it comes along with the electric mod, so there's not a whole lot of these being resold, but as far as being a niche mod goes, it gets more value. Um, in terms of whether or not you should buy these to use for yourself, um, Prime Continuity probably comes first. There's a lot of warframes that use duration in some form or fashion, and Prime Continuity is just you want to have it for your warframes. It's easier to mod up a warframe and use that for a really long time than a weapon. Weapons can be changed out like their tissues. So I would get this. I guess next in the order would probably be Prime Breach, though now that DE has finally committed to having a release day for Melee 3.0, it's very concerning that the phrasing that he used for Prime Reach is that all weapons should have a more normalized bonus for how much reach affects them. And that's you should be concerned. If you haven't seen Brozim's video talking about this, I would suggest watching that as well. He goes over some of the potential problems with what would happen if range were normalized, that if larger weapons didn't have a larger bonus, though that is also part of the problem as to why everybody uses pole arms with maiming strike. It's because of this mod right here. So if you would like to learn about that, go ahead. But I would still say Prime Reach is worth buying for now, at least for a little bit more. We don't know what's actually going to happen to the mod, and if they normalize it to be that every weapon just winds up getting a huge amount of range, then for all we know, this mod could wind up being better than it currently is now on every weapon, as opposed to just simply being better on pole arms and atarax. Next up in the rotation, I'd say Prime Cryo Rounds, Prime Heated Charge, and Prime Fever Strike, in terms of personal use, are all approximately the same, because not every weapon uses the straight up elemental mods. They have some uses on specific weapons where you would want the value. Oh yeah, don't forget about the tactical alert. There are some weapons that want the specific value, um, because they might help weight the statuses to be in favor of these particular damage types. But um, don't expect to use these on 100% of all your weapons. Prime Cry Rounds and Prime Heated Charge have about the same resale value. These guys will creep up to a little, in a normal rotation, these guys will creep up past 100. That's why I have 20 of them, but I haven't been able to sell them because this Baro visit where he brought both of these was so short. Prime Fever Strike, like I said before, because it comes with the electric mods, the supply is really low, but this one usually doesn't get past 100 plat. It'll get up to maybe 125 on an especially long rotation. Prime Quick Draw, um, don't get hyped. This is this is probably the least important out of all the mods. And for the weapon Exilus mods, I believe that reload mods do not fit into that slot, so don't expect to get that much use out of these. There are a few weapons that I use this on, but that's mostly for memes and not actually for functional value. To take a look at the weapons, these are all MR. Prismascana is not very good. It's just too old. Prova Vandal, it's a machete, so it's bad. And Prisma Gorgon, there are better machine guns or better Tommy guns to actually use, like Tenora's. I would say Tenora is still better than the Prisma Gorgon, but there's no guarantee that you actually get these. So okay, so I should partially take back my these are bad weapons. You should, no matter what, you should get these for the MR anyway. Like there's no excuse. Um, But the thing about these is that while you won't use these in endgame, if you are MR0, if you're a new player, if you're MR3, you can get the Prova Vandal, and these will still outperform any other melee weapon that you could build. Well, possibly except for Zos. But chances are, if you're MR3, you're not going to be able to build a Zol quite yet. And a Prisma Gorgon MR11, you have to have a little bit more experience with the game before you get this, but it's okay. Especially if you can get a good Riven with it. But chances are, if you found a good Riven, if you can get a Riven cheaply for this, you probably have the resources to invest into a better weapon. But that's not to say that it won't kill stuff. It just doesn't kill stuff as efficiently as some of the other spool up guns. Even I believe this even gets. Well, uh, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Everything else, cosmetics, went through those. So yeah, again, going over in terms of priority, weapons, MR, but you should still be getting them if you don't already have them. Go Prime Continuity, followed by Prime Reach, followed by the Elemental mods, followed by Quick Draw. And then for anyone who wants the cosmetics, you already know who you are, so go ahead and get them if you want them. But I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching.